Peace be with you. My name is Allan Keislar. Although I'm in the United States, I'm always thinking about Pakistan, because Pakistan is not an ordinary place, but is that special area on this planet which has been chosen for the re-establishment of pure Islam. Pure Islam means love, truth, justice, kindness and mercy, compassion, morality, and always remembering God, especially chanting the names of God, and always serving all of God's creation. This pure Islam is being reestablished now, God willing, in Pakistan and all around the world. So I want to talk a little bit about the Day of Judgment and the role of women. We usually have the idea that the Day of Judgment is a horrible day, a day of destruction even, when God will judge everyone. And most Muslims think that judgment will be how well did we follow the laws? How strictly did we adhere to the Sharia? My understanding is that's not what God is going to judge us on, or God is judging us on the Day of Judgment. Rather, we are being judged. Right now is the Day of Judgment, and we are being judged for how loving we are, and especially how well we are treating women. Both men and women have often misunderstood the role of women. Perhaps in the past it was okay for women to be kept within the walls of their home, but that definitely is not right now. I don't think that's really what the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or any religious leader ever taught. But that has been a common tradition, not only in Islam. In many religions, that idea has been prevalent. But I just want to begin by reading one thing that Quaid-e-Azam, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, said. And this is a talk that he gave at a Muslim League meeting at the Muslim University of Aligarh on March 10th, 1944. He said, I'm quoting, "Another very important matter which I want to impress upon you is that no nation can rise to the height of glory unless women are side by side with you. We are victims of evil customs. It is a crime against humanity to shut up women within the four walls of houses as prisoners. Let us try to raise the status of women according to Islamic ideals and sanctions. According to Islamic ideals and standards. There is no sanction anywhere for the deplorable conditions in which our women have to live. We should take the women along with us as comrades in every sphere of life. We cannot expect a woman who is ignorant herself to bring up our children properly. Women have the power to bring up children on the right lines. Let us not throw away this asset." So the education of women, he was stressing, and that he calls them evil, evil customs, traditions. So this is widespread. All around the world, there is still this idea to some extent that women are inferior to men. Women should stay within their homes and take care of their children. Of course, that's a very, very important thing. Women are the natural teachers of children. But there is no justification no sanction, Quaid-e-Azam says, anywhere for the deplorable conditions in which our women have to live. So, in this Day of Judgment, this is the Day of Judgment, I have no doubt. Their signs are all there. But in this Day of Judgment, we are not being judged according to how strictly we have followed laws or traditions, as some people think. But the real judgment is how loving and kind we are, how much we can appreciate the realities of the world, the realities of life, and not be victims of evil customs, be free from misunderstandings that we have had in the past. So especially as far as women is concerned, as far as women are concerned, we must understand that women are not the inferiors of men. Men and women are different, no doubt, but women are not the inferiors of men. Rather, in fact, I will just take one example. It is common, especially in certain of the Native American nations, the people who lived in America before the Europeans came here. They have a tradition, some of the nations, that the women choose the leaders. The men are the political leaders, the military leaders, usually, but the women choose the leaders. If there is one leader, or if there is a council, a group of leaders, those leaders are chosen by the women. The women are usually the elderly women who are very wise and very experienced and very intuitive. They are relied upon, they are depended upon to choose the leaders of these Native American nations. So women actually have a very, very important role to play in society, whether or not this custom is followed of the women choosing the leaders. And that's not what I'm saying, but rather I'm saying that we must understand women do have an intuitive power. Men have a more rational mind. Women have a more intuitive, emotional, sensitive mind. Men tend to fight. Men tend to try and dominate. Men have a natural tendency like that, whereas women have a natural tendency to cooperate. And that's why women are so important, especially in this day of judgment, which is also the establishment of world peace. The one sign, very important feature of the day of judgment is that is the time when, after difficulties and wars and problems, world peace will be established. So the establishment of world peace really depends upon women. There will never be world peace until women take their proper roles as leaders, especially as leaders in the establishment of peace, world peace. And that will come, God willing. And that is one of the main features of the Day of Judgment, of this very special time in human history, is that wars will be ended and world peace will be established. But that will only come about when women, who naturally, by nature, are more cooperative, take the lead in establishing world peace. So that's really all I wanted to say. Let's see if we have any questions or comments here. So Mir Muhammad Bozdar says, Assalamu alaikum, how are you, sir? I am okay, thank you. And he goes on, good to see you again, sir. Stay happy, thank you very much. Interestingly, that's all the comments. I think maybe something has gone wrong, because usually I have many more comments than this very soon, but there aren't any more, or else my phone is not acting properly, but only Mir Muhammad Bozdar's comment has appeared on my screen. So I will end now and just stress this, repeat this very important point. Today is the Day of Judgment, not this 24-hour period, but this period of human history. This is the time when we are being judged, not, as many people think, for how strictly we followed certain rules or laws, but rather for how kind and loving we will be, how cooperative we will be, and how we are understanding the realities of this age in which world peace is being established. Thank you all very much. May God bless us all. May God protect us all. Allah.